Hi, it's Hannes, and we're getting towards the end of day 22. I've done what I was supposed to do. I'm also reading a book by Sam Walton, the guy that started Walmart in America. But I think it's a fascinating read, and to be able to read about someone that has achieved what he's achieved is fascinating. And to read it with keeping the formula for riches in mind is even more amazing. So if you haven't read that book, I will strongly suggest that you read it. And let me tell you something else. If you want to become a wealth creator, you know, Warren Buffett he's made quite a lot of money, and a lot of people know about Warren Buffett. But I see that very few people actually knows about Sam Walton. And Sam Walton, well, he died a couple of years ago, but his total estate, the family members that is running it, is in the vicinity of $145 billion compared to Warren Buffett's about 70 billion. So he's achieved in his lifetime quite a lot. And if someone achieved something like that, I really and truly want to know about it. And I also want to know what is it that they've actually done, and how is it that they've done it, and what are the characteristics and the traits that they have that normal people like us perhaps do not have. And is it possible for us to learn those skills, and what makes them different? Now, one of the things that I've read so far, well, there's actually a lot of things, but one of the things that I think makes a huge difference is when he started off, he never had fancy cars and fancy houses, and he never paid attention to what other people were saying. He really followed his own mind and his own head, and he did what he felt like doing. And that shows me that he trusted himself. And then also, whenever they've made a profit, they would roll that profit, I call it the rolling strategy, but they would use the profit and reinvest it back into the growth of the business. In other words, they've applied the formula for riches. In other words, they saw that as their container, and they kept on growing it and kept on growing it and kept on growing it. Every single cent surplus that they had, they reinvested because they trusted in themselves, they trust the business that they were in, and they trusted as they were learning, because they've made a lot of mistakes, and he tells that in his book. But they never, as soon as there's a mistake, they wanted to learn from their mistakes. And I think that is one of the things on a day-to-day basis I'm asking myself, what is it that I've learned, what is it that I've done, and what is it what are the mistakes that I've made? In other words, what are the problems that I encountered, and how can I overcome those problems? And that's exactly what he did in building one of the greatest empires currently in the world. So if you've got the time, pick up the book about Sam Walton, read about it, and read it from a wealth creator's point of view. You're going to be pleasantly surprised to see how he applied the wealth creator's formula, the wealth creator's strategy, and then techniques like the roll-in strategy as well. Okay, so with that, that's my little feedback, and let's call it a rant for today. And then I'm going to see you tomorrow. See you. Cheers.